Shit, we don't have any of our weapons or anything, though. Oh god. What's up guys, MattyZ14 here, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, in the last video, we made our way into this place right now. This is Project Zero Dawn. I don't remember if they gave it a name, like the actual building, but this is where Project Zero Dawn took place. And we learned a lot about that, actually. It turns out that the point of Project Zero Dawn was to actually let the Earth die, so that they could make an AI called Gaia that would basically like repopulate the Earth. It would it'll like allow land to grow, like plants and stuff, and then they made the machines, it made the humans. So basically that was like a second chance for Earth. And we think that's how the human population is still alive, because humans were supposed to go extinct. So now we have to find the entrance to Sobek's office. So I'm gonna pick up this Deathbringer gun, just in case we run into any enemies, so we could fuck them up. There's a data point here.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going
Hephaestus.
to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff.
This woman's annoying me.
Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots.
Yeah, so Hephaestus was one of the parts of Gaia, and that was supposed to rebuild all the machines. And that built the machines like the long necks, not the long necks, the long legs, the Ravagers, the Glinthawks, all those. And apparently it built them all because each of them has its own function that was going to make the Earth more habitable again. Like, for example, I think they said that the Glinthawks... Can I scan that? No. I think they said that the Glinthawks, like, absorb, like, the radiation from the atmosphere or something like that. So, all of these machines actually serve a purpose.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office.
So honestly, I actually thought that was really interesting.
There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking. Careful now.
Alright, so we found Sobek's office. We just gotta get in. So let's see. How the hell are we gonna get in here? First of all, where actually is her office? Aloy said we found it, but is this her office down below? And she said there's Eclipse. I don't see any Eclipse. Am I oh, they're all down there. Okay, never mind. I see the Eclipse now. Unfortunately, we're moving a little bit slower because we're carrying the Deathbringer, but it's going to be worth it if we have to fight any enemies, because I'll literally just tear them apart with this.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future
Let's look at this.
generations.
Encapsulated DNA. Okay, over the past 10 days I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings: too heavy to transport, too massive to install, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. So to start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, propitious, I don't know how you say that word, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life is the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, Samina. Okay.
I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently,
I've never
I
even
was
heard of
director the
zettabytes
International
before.
Collective
And they said like
Memory
40 zettabytes or something like that. That's wild. Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known. As a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule, surpassed 40 million discrete data entries, and continues to grow. Yada yada yada. Apollo, I believe, was like the knowledge storage or something like that. Are these the Eclipse? Alright, let's fuck these guys up. Or let's get fucked up. Alright, got him. Why doesn't... Really? That's all the ammo that was left in there? I guess that's my bad for not actually paying attention to that. I like how they're all just lining up just to be killed. I see you. And I missed you. Alright, let's not stay right there.
Anyone see anything?
You don't see anything now. Okay. Shit, that guy's got a Deathbringer. Why does that only do 30 damage to headshots from them? Or I should say, why do headshots only do 30 damage to them? English.
That's the last of them.
Alright, so we got all them.
What should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Alright, so we're gonna pick up this Deathbringer as well. Fast travel pack. That'll come in handy to get out of here. And I actually did see that there's something in the shops. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's something like a gold fast travel pack or something. And it just takes a decent amount of materials to buy, but then you have unlimited fast travels. And I've been trying to get that, because that would really come in handy. Hera's testimonial.
Dr.
Alright, we'll
Sobek,
play this.
please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentioned.
Oh, come on. I wanted to pick up the medicine, and then I ended up canceling the data entry. Oh, well. Alright, so let's head up this little ladder. Or not. Thank you. Alright, so we gotta go this way.
Welcome to
Some more data
Hades.
points.
Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe
Noise complaints,
protocol.
that doesn't really seem that
The
relevant.
ultimate killer app.
Hades protocol? Okay, that
I know what
sounds
you're thinking.
important.
The purpose
What is that? Full Steam Ahead from Elizabeth Sobek? Oh, I don't think that's too relevant. Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes, whatever, and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out, the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it, from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. And then the guy fell asleep. So, I guess Hades was kind of like,
So why give her a subordinate function only?
I don't know the word to describe it. Archive abuse. Hades was kind of like a backup plan, I guess, if you want to say. Like, if Gaia started doing something that... Like, basically, Hades kept Gaia in check. If Gaia was doing something that it shouldn't be, or she shouldn't be, I don't know what you would consider it, Hades would check in and, like, correct it. But then it was saying that if the protocol was too strong, Hades would correct it and then leave Gaia crippled, and if it was too weak, Gaia would just ignore it and just override it, like, behind the scenes. So they had to try and find, like, a happy medium. There was a lot of supplies in there.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
I just kind of don't like that. Now they're literally throwing all the story at us at
It
once.
was one of them?
Whereas we didn't really have too much story throughout most of the game.
The hatch
And then all of a
window
sudden now we're getting like
open,
4 and
something
5 data entries per
about
room.
Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
What's the point of this ladder? Oh, that would be the point of the ladder. Okay, so while I was talking, they said that something about the cradle things, and Aloy said, was she one of them? And then Silence said, we're about to find out. I think she was.
To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
That is true. I do agree with him.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary
I
safeguard.
agree with that.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Like, it's kind of like common sense. You just had robots that went haywire and threatened all life on Earth as we know it. So then to counter that, you make a robot, but then don't want to give yourself the opportunity or the option to potentially kill it if it goes haywire. It's just like backwards logic. Like, you don't learn from your
Though
mistakes.
Caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
The
Oh?
extinction event?
And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species
What is she talking about?
unaccountably sad.
What extinction
That
event?
they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good.
So Gaia has
It's
feelings.
very good.
That's interesting. She's an AI program that can feel. That could be good or that could be bad. Don't get up on the table.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress.
Yeah, I can tell she's kind
I'm
of
fine.
stressed
I
as
realize
well.
that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if...
They had to launch earlier.
Gaia, there's nothing
I wonder
left
what
up there.
happened.
You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are
Oh,
billions
crap.
dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth.
If it was all for nothing, then the human race goes extinct.
Life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
I mean, not to sound like insensitive, but it's kind of like they have nothing to lose because the human race is going to go extinct anyway. So it's like if they do nothing, we go extinct. If they do something and it doesn't work, they go extinct. So it's like something is better than nothing. Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission failed. Telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo, its alpha build of Apollo all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species. So are they trying to launch into space? I don't understand that data point. What's over here? Artemis status. I think Artemis was the one that was making the wildlife. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Yada yada yada. We started mapping out primary succession. Selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Insects, rabbits, hawks, foxes, wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted. Yada yada yada. Alright. It's interesting how in the game, like in this universe, a machine can create life. And it's not like part android or anything like that.
Registry master file.
Or synthetic, that's the word.
Intact?
It's all like biological.
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
Shut up, Silence. Don't tell me what to
I
do.
can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Is that what we're gonna try to do?
Maybe. Maybe he'll give
Why
birth to
though?
me.
Who?
What's so special about that?
Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy,
Damn.
who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why?
How did he have a legitimate
Why
birth,
were you
though?
created?
Eclipse.
Fuck.
You need to get out of there. What you found
I
is
wonder
too valuable.
if
You're too valuable.
they said something about Apollo with... What is that? They said something about Apollo... Hold on a second. Oh, fuck. Nice job, Aloy. Just watch the grenade as it comes towards your face. Instead of trying to run away or anything. Or even hide.
Still alive.
Helis? Who's that?
I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Ow, my face. He better not have messed up Aloy's pretty face. Otherwise I'm gonna be pissed off.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered.
Is this the
Even
guy
when
from The
Meridian
Proving?
fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along.
What is that? Oh, that's our focus. There's our spear.
When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind.
His voice sounds
As sure
familiar.
as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die.
Yeah, I think that's the guy from The
I
Proving.
failed. How? Why?
Because he said those I'm bade to
Keep
kill
sight
died.
intact. Each
but
loyal
I
soldier
failed.
you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate?
Yeah, he spared our
I feel
lives
my
for
destined
something.
purpose.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
Yeah, so this
His
was
name
definitely the
Rost,
guy from The
and he
Proving,
was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man.
because
is
he
the one who doesn't
acknowledged
end up with his
Rost.
guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked, but I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across
I
the
think I have
course
another
of
theory
events.
that's starting to form.
You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the
A
sun.
sacrificial offering?
Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're a puppet.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design.
I mean, I do believe in fate,
With
but
Hades yanking the strings.
I also agree with what
a
Aloy's
pawn
saying right
pushed
now.
around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow.
Buried shadow?
All halves
I guess
of
that's
nature
Hades.
Joined to one cause. Shadow to sun. Dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt.
We haven't been
And
conquered
with
just yet.
certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then close the cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place. Exactly where it
Why does his
belongs.
voice sound so
The
familiar?
errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot
I
to
have to
tell
look
you.
up his voice actor.
After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion
Oh,
of the
great.
sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
That's needless slaughter,
Why
I
butcher
guess.
dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to.
He probably
Thanks
could.
to your
I'm willing to
destruction
bet
of
it.
the network. Communication over
Oh, actually, no, that's
distances is
true.
impossible.
Never mind, I take that back.
You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Helis is the same guy who plays Winston in Overwatch. No wonder why he sounded familiar. He was also in World of Warcraft, Batman Arkham Knight, and he was in the anime Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. That's what I thought. I thought he was a different character, but I thought he was in that show.
A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy.
Alright, so we're in some kind of like Coliseum right now.
Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Corruptors.
Hold your seats.
Are we gonna have to fight them? We don't have our bow or anything.
Before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these?
This guy's a maniac.
Broad light of day. Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many
Is that a behemoth?
to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered.
Yeah, that's a behemoth.
Crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty,
I don't know if we've ever actually seen them corrupt a machine before.
but it is mightier still.
We've seen the corrupted machines, but we've never seen them corrupted.
Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands.
So we're gonna have to fight the corrupted behemoth. Shit, we don't have any of our weapons or anything though. Oh god.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform.
Completed main quest, Deep Secrets of the Earth.
Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Okay. I might have to make it like collapse the pillars or something. But you know what? I think I'm going to end this video here, because I don't want to start this yet, because it's probably going to take a while, and this episode's right around the time length that I want it to be. So, I think we pretty much found out almost everything about Project Zero Dawn. I have a couple theories, well, a theory I guess you could say, about how Hades fits into it, but I'll save that for probably the next video, because I don't want to go into it just now, and then the video will go too long. But it's really getting interesting now, and we're definitely getting close to the end of the game, I could tell. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and check out my channel for more gameplay and playthroughs and stuff, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.